It's laundry day, and in this video I'm going to show you how I keep my husband's white shirts white. But before we get into that, if you're new to my channel, I'm Denise Jordan, and I teach women how to make and keep a home. So if you want to learn more about running a household, hit that subscribe button and double tap that little bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Okay, let's do some laundry. It's Monday and my husband's been working several days in a row and he has to wear white shirts to work. And I am old school. I do not believe in ring around the collar or dingy white shirts. And as a matter of fact, the guys he worked with said, "Man, you have the whitest shirts of anybody here in the group." And he said, "My wife wouldn't have it any other way," and he is absolutely right. These shirts have got to be white. Now, he's not an attorney, so they don't have to be laundered and dry cleaned and all that kind of stuff, but they do need to be white. So let me show you how I manage to keep them white and to also take care of ring around the collar. The first thing I do to get started is check his pockets, because I have learned the hard way that if I don't check the pockets, there could be some gum or something in them that I don't want in my washer. I tell you what, when I got this new washer, I hadn't had it, I don't think, too long, and I look up and there is like little spots of green gum in my washer. So, or rather in the dryer. So I always check the pockets before I get started, and then I treat the collars. The detergent that I like to use to keep his white shirts white is Paracel laundry detergent. It really works really well, and it has 10 dimensions of clean, and it just does the job. This is one of the products that I like to use to help keep things white. It is the Housecleaning White Revive, and it's a very nice whitener and brightener. So I put a little Housecleaning White Revive in this dish, and now I'm going to treat the collars with this. And you see these collars are pretty grody. I tell him to only wear the shirts once, but he is convinced that he can wear them twice. This collar is adequately treated, so now I'm going to set it aside for about the next 20 minutes. And now I'll do the next one. Set this one aside. Now I'm going to let these sit for 20 minutes, then I'll come back and throw them in the wash. Okay, so let's get these shirts in the wash, and as I said earlier, I like to use the Paracel to make sure they're clean and bright, and then the laundry detergent that I didn't use on the collar, so I'm going to go ahead and put that here in the detergent bin. And then I'll also put a little bit of this Houseclean. I'll just sprinkle that around, and then I'll just drop the shirts in. So the shirts are in the wash. I've got the washer set. I'll let it do its thing, and then we'll come back, take them out, and we'll see how those collars are looking and how bright those shirts are. Okay, the washer has stopped, so let's get these shirts out and we'll check the collars. This one looks pretty good. Pretty good. This one looks okay. I might have to retreat this one, but it looks okay. But okay is not good enough. I like pretty good. This one looks okay as well. So I think what I'm going to do, I think these two are going back in the wash because pretty good is not good enough. So these two look great. These just look so. These are going back in the wash. So I'll retreat these collars. And I'll give them a little scrub again. And one thing that does make a difference is the age of the shirts. These are not new shirts, so the older the shirts get, the more they get used. So they will start to get a little worn, but I'm not liking that. Alright, so I'm going to let these sit another 20 minutes and then I'll put them back in the wash. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and get these two in the dryer. And I'm going to put them on the permanent press cycle. So those shirts are now out of the wash and they look a lot better. Each one looks great. Now I'll get them out of the dryer and get them hung up with the other two. Well, here we go. My husband's shirts are out of the wash and out of the dryer, and they are absolutely perfect. So once again, when he goes to work, he'll have the whitest shirts of any of the guys on the job. One of the questions that I always get in the laundry lab is, how do I keep my husband's shirt so white? And one little tip that I can share with you is, don't wash other white clothes with those white shirts. These are what I call soft whites. White socks, white underwear, t-shirts and other things, those are hard whites. So I only wash these white shirts together so that I don't get any transfer of any kind of debris or grunge or whatever from those other clothes. So just wash these shirts separately, and then you throw them in the dryer on a warm cycle, maybe about 10 or 15 minutes, and then you get them out and you hang them up immediately so they don't wrinkle. Now, one of the things that I do want to share with you is that over time, just because it's over time, the fabric can begin to get a little worn and begin to get just a little bit dingy. So you'll have to work harder at keeping those white. And there are different levels of white. Like, you can go in and buy 3 white shirts and all 3 of them will be just a little bit different level of white. So keep that in mind as well. So now, what's my biggest hack on keeping my hubby's shirts white? I pre-treat the collars, and then I'll let them sit for about 20 minutes, and then I wash them in the Housecleaning White Revive, and I use Persil laundry detergent. That is my secret sauce to keeping those shirts as white and bright as I would like for them to be. And if you like this video, you might want to check out my video on how to keep towels soft and fluffy. I'll link it below and put an iCard above. And if you're dealing with a problem of urine odor, let's say you've got a kid that wets the bed, or you're helping to care for an elderly parent and you're struggling with that, I've also got a video on how to get the stink out. So I will link that below and put an iCard above as well. And just so you know, I've raised 3 children. I've managed a home for more than 45 years, and I'm a nurse by profession. So if you want to learn more about making and keeping a home, cooking and cleaning and laundry, subscribe. I would love to have you as a member of the TNT community. In the meantime, this is Denise Jordan saying goodbye. I will see you next time.